So this is the fretboard radius jig that my son Jonathan printed up, and the files were created and given away free by a site called The Next Project, and he's got lots of other files there. And I was introduced to this from Pat over at Adventures from the Shed of Dreams, and I will be giving both of these two sites a shout out in the comments. But it's maiden voyage on an actual fretboard. This is the Jonathon's 59 Les Paul. Now, as usual, I'll use the masking tape and super glue to put the fretboard on, and then the jig goes on its sled, slides up and down, and of course the carriage allows me to put the radius in. You'll see this when I film it. So, let's see how we go. Good old masking tape tray. Important that you get it nice and straight. Reintroduce your center line so you can line it up accurately. Of course, got the center line on the fretboard itself. Now you can use an accelerator, but I need some time to get it all over the place. So, one center line there. So you do have a little bit of play on this. So you can adjust it slightly if need be. And I'll just hold that in place until it sits. Okay, I've got it set up. First little bit of error I've made is that when I'm making this jig, this ideally could do with being a little bit thicker, and then that way I've got more adjustments. I've got quite a long router bit in there at the moment, which one of my trim bits, to be honest with you. So I've got more play in the adjustment. The other thing as well as it being glued on, I've got my max or sort of minimum thickness for my fretboard, because when I start, I want to make sure I don't take too much off it. So I've got that set ready to go. Now, I've seen a few goes of this and I've had a couple of experiments about whether or not you go that way. To be honest with you, I think that's going to tear out a lot of the timbers. So I'm going to have it set and then move along like so, and gradually work my way down so I can put the radius on it and then also get to my ideal thickness. So it's cut nice and smooth. That's good because it was quite fibrous, this for the piece of rosewood, but it's beginning to introduce that radius, obviously working from the edge towards the center. Now, this is a 12-inch radius, my preferred, and they come in different ones. So obviously I chose the most common being 16 and a 10 mil radius. It's inch, sorry, not mil. So I'll speed this up so it's not super slow, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so I've had a couple of errors. But nothing, it's all part of the learning curve. Bit sad seeing all your inlay slots disappearing. I had to reintroduce the fret slots, so I was in danger of losing them, and I'll reintroduce them again so they're up to depth, and a little bit of a hit with the sanding block, and it should be good to go. Okay, all done. See, fret slots are introduced. It's actually a lovely grain to it, this as well. Some nice detail in it. A couple of things I picked out. You'll notice I had to put a couple of pins in here. Just I was worried about it lifting at the edge, and you don't want a banana in your fretboard. Patience is the name of the game, so take it down a small bit at a time. I'm not fussed about these. I can reintroduce them anytime. Well, ready for the sanding, and she's quite good. I'm quite impressed with that. Works like a charm.